to run us not just through November, but for the next decade. This is our time. All right. I'm so excited to be with you all. I'm so excited to be here with family.
All right.
With family. I'm so grateful. And first, Donna, bless you and thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. for having us here and for the incredibly kind introduction. But for the spirit of partnership. For the spirit of partnership that we are going to do this work. I could not be more grateful. I couldn't be more grateful to be here with our next comptroller, Brooke. Because I tell you, this ticket, when I think about this ticket that we have going forward,
Oh, man.
this ticket with Brooke as our next comptroller, with Anthony Brown as our next Attorney General. And this ticket of having Aruna Miller as our next Lieutenant Governor. Aruna Miller is a member of MCGEO, a person who is a civil and a transportation engineer by training, a person who's on the Ways and Means and the Appropriations Committee in the Maryland General Assembly. Y'all get ready. Aruna is not just going to be the next Lieutenant Governor with your help. She is going to be the most consequential Lieutenant Governor in this country. I'm thankful for Mike and our electricians, and bless y'all. And it is good to see you. I've also seen a bunch of friends. Where's Loretta? Where's Dr. Johnson? Dr. Johnson. It's so good to see you. It's so good to see you. Also, where's Local 5, our iron workers? They're not up in here? Okay. All right. I want to give them a special shout as well, because very early in this process, it was remarkable about the outreach that we received, the support that we received. So from so many in this room, from so many who you welcomed me into your shops and onto your floors. You welcomed me into your homes of worship. You welcomed me into your training centers. You welcome me with a true sense of love and cooperation. And I want to let you know that not only will I never forget that, I will try to repay that in every and any way that I can as the next governor of the state of Maryland. And I do want to also give a shout and thank you, Donna, for pointing this out. For our brothers and sisters over at MSCA, I know they are here. Cheryl and Sean, bless you and thank you so much. We are union strong and our tent is big.
Yeah.
All right.
We are union strong and our tent is big. And in this moment, we are going to have a firm and a consolidated and a coordinated effort to make sure that our workers and our families are not just heard and supported, don't just have a seat at the table, but we are no longer going to be the tail. It is time for us to be the head. And I tell you, when I say family, I don't say that lightly. These aren't just friends. Y'all are family.
All right.
I come from a very proud union family. As is my wife, who is here with me today, my amazing wife. By the way, it was her birthday yesterday, too. We got a bunch of Leos in the house. We got a bunch of Leos.
Leo gang.
That's right. And I tell you, and I thank our union family for the fact that we're together, because Dawn's father is a second-generation operating engineer. And her mother was a 40-year teacher. And it was because of them, their hard work, their union, that they were able to send their daughter with no debt to the University of Maryland, College Park.
All right.
And I got a chance to take this little recent graduate of the University of Maryland, College Park out for a date. And it changed my world. And so I know, had it not been for not just their work, but had it not been for their unions, my amazing wife's journey would be very different. That's the power of our unions, right? That it's not just about what it changes in our lives, it's about what it changes for future generations. Right. For those even unborn.
Yes.
Say it again.
Whose lives, for those unborn, whose lives will be unchanged, whose lives will be changed. I think about what the unions meant for my family. You know, I am both a very proud third-generation Marylander and also the son of an immigrant. And I think about the fact that there was a union, the Postal Workers Union. Where are postal workers?
Woo! Me!
When my grandfather left the army, he moved to Maryland to become a postal worker. And I'm so thankful that the union that welcomed my grandfather and set our family on a whole new pace is here represented in strength today.
Thank you.
God bless you and thank you.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right. All right.
I'm proud of the fact and I'm thankful for the fact that, you know, I only have two memories of my father. And the second memory I had of my father was when I was about 4 years old. And he died in front of me because he didn't get the health care that he needed. And at a time, instantaneously, my mother then became a widow with 3 children, immigrant from Jamaica. Now became a widow with 3 children that she was now going to have to raise on her own. That was not the life that she prepared for or expected or dreamt about. And it was his union that paid for his funeral. It was his union that supported my mother when she needed it most. When my sister got sick a few years back, it was her union that made sure that her getting sick didn't have to be catastrophic. When I say I come from a very proud union family, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Of who we are as a society, I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
All right.
Because we all know, for all of us, we fight for everything. We don't come with privilege nor entitlement. We don't come from legacies and gifts. We come with a firm understanding that if we put in the work, that the promises made to us should be honored. And we come with a firm understanding and a firm belief that if you're asking us to sacrifice, we always and consistently have done that for future generations. We will sacrifice. But if you're asking me to sacrifice and to avoid, that's not sacrifice, that's just suffering. And that's intolerable. This is our time where we are going to be bold. Where we are going to think big, where we are going to we're going to make impacts right now that are going to have significant impacts on future generations, and it's going to be because of our hands and our hard work and our push and our diligence in making sure that it is our workers, our people, that is not just going to build the future, but that it's generations that are going to benefit from it.
All right.
And I knew from a young age that I was going to devote my life to service. And I remember I did. I joined the military when I was 17 years old. If I laugh, say, I wasn't old enough to sign the paperwork when I first joined the military. I was still a minor. My mother had to sign the paperwork for me. But I said, but after my teenage years, she was more than happy to sign whatever paperwork. They were plenty. But they did. They taught us something on our first days of military training. It was a slogan they asked us to live by, and I did. Leave no one behind. Leave no one behind. That is not just a mantra, it is a value statement. And I want to be very clear that come January, that will be the new mission for the state of Maryland. And this is what we have done and the issues that we have worked on. And I know for some people, for some of y'all I've known for a while, for some, I might be meeting for the first time. For some, this is a chance for me to truly introduce myself to you. Let me let you know what kind of government you're about to get. Let me let you know what kind of fighting you're about to get. Someone who's been working on these issues. Someone who, when I was running one of the largest poverty-fighting organizations in this country, because I can tell you right now, I have a firm belief that there is no reason that we have a society that lives in poverty the way our society does. And people say, well, people are in poverty, and you know that poverty is a choice.
No, it isn't.
Actually, you know what? I tell you, you know what it is. But it's not a choice of the people who are living under the weight of it.
Right. It's a choice of policy.
It's our society's choice.
All right, yeah.
Society who is choosing how much pain we are willing to let our neighbors suffer under.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
society. It's policies. Because every single thing we have to understand, that's a policy choice.
Yes, it is.
Right.
We tell people all the time, the air you breathe is a policy choice. The water we are drinking, and those who can't even drink from the water fountains, I'm looking at all of our educators, all our folks from ATU and MSCA, the fact that we still have places of education where children can't drink from the water fountains, that's a choice. Because we've known things like lead is a neurotoxin for over a century. We've just been incredibly class and color-coded in the way we've dealt with it.
All right.
The transportation assets we have or don't have, that's a choice. The homes we're asking people to live in, choice. How people are policed, choice.
All right.
Choice. And we are going to choose to do different.
Yeah.
One of the largest fighting organizations, I was proud of the fact that we fought against things like wage theft. And we fought against things like forced arbitration clauses. And we fought to ensure, where were my brothers and sisters from SEIU? Come on. And we worked in partnership with our brothers and sisters from SEIU, providing over $5 million in emergency grant relief during the time of COVID, when basic assurance that should have been in place were not. Invested over $11 million in job retraining and job reskilling programs, ensuring that we were going to have the skills that we needed for the jobs of now and for the jobs of tomorrow, including investing in things like non-traditional employment for women, a platform called New, which was ensuring that women were able to get in things like building trades and construction jobs. So I want to be very clear, I'm not new to this. And I've got receipts to show it.
Okay.
I want to be very clear that we know the things that have to get done, not just because they have to get done, but it's because we've also done it before.
All right.
And so in this time, and again, you know, I don't spend a whole lot of time talking about the person who I'm running against, because I don't think it's necessary. You don't need his name. But here's what I do know. we're going to need you in November because here's the reason why. What we have in November is not an opponent.
Right.
What we have in November is a threat.
All right. Yeah. Yes.
And there's a difference.
Yes. Yes.
What we have in November is someone who is very clear when they say they will take money out of our public schools and cut public school funding. What we have in November, and let's be very clear, we have someone who will attempt to make Maryland a right-to-work state and will do it unapologetically. But let's be clear.
Don't boo vote.
Let's be clear what's at stake. Let's be clear that we are running against somebody who literally the day after Roe v. Wade was defended, the day after, literally gave a video calling it a great day in American history and thanked the Supreme Court and Donald Trump for their leadership. Let's be clear that we're running against somebody whose definition of defending democracy is putting on a baseball cap and storming the Capitol.
Yes.
An insurrectionist and proud. Let's be clear that we're talking about somebody who even the current governor, and like you can't make this up, the current governor said, when asked about it the day after, said, I wouldn't give him a tour of the governor's office. And let alone would I want him to ever be the governor. You really can't make that up. But let's also be clear about this too. We're not running, and I don't want people to vote for us because they need to be afraid of something.
Good for you.
I want people to vote for us because they should be hopeful for something. Hopeful for the fact that we are going to have a governor who will fight for collective bargaining all up and down. Hopeful for the fact that we are going to have a governor who is going to fight to make sure we are increasing wages, that there is no reason that we are going to have people who are not getting fair wages for the work that they are doing. It's the whole deal. Hopeful for the fact, and it's too rich for that, amen. Hopeful for the fact that we are going to make historic investments in apprenticeship programs and trade programs. Making sure that the public institutions are good, that we can have the public institutions advertise, making sure that we're starting earlier, and we're having as early as 8th and 9th grade, the students should learn more. About what does it mean to go be a pipe fitter, or an iron worker, or a carpenter.
All right.
Knowing that we're going to create economic pathways for all of our children, regardless of which destination they decide to go. In my opinion, while I love the work and the fact that we want our students to be supported and successful, I also think we've swung the pendulum far too wide in one direction when we start actually evaluating schools on their 4-year acceptance rates. And so that's the destiny for every child. It's not.
It's not.
Right.
And ensuring that for every child, listen, I'm proud of the fact that at the beginning of this race and still to this day, I'm the only candidate in this race who has an associate's degree. But people like, hold on, you were the first Black Rhodes Scholar in the history of Johns Hopkins University. That's true. That's true.
All right.
But I also know this. I know where my foundation came from.
All right.
And all I'm asking is that every child should have a chance to find their foundation as well.
All right. All right.
And if it rises in different destinies in different places, that's okay. Because we need to make sure they're supported too. That we are going to have a governor who is going to actually fix a broken procurement system that we have in place right now. Knowing that key violators will not continue to get business. Knowing that we're going to have a governor that will fight fight for those who are returning to our society, our reentry population, so we know that every sentence should not be a life sentence. Knowing that we're going to have a governor that will reinstate a labor relations liaison platform in the governor's office. And we will be working with labor, creating labor councils during a campaign to ensure that it's not just about what's going to happen post-November, it's what's going to happen pre-November as well. And so I think some of you all here, we're going to be about to be very, very busy. Knowing that we have a governor that believes in partnership. Knowing we have a governor that believes in working together. Knowing that we have a governor that understands that we are only going to go far if we are together. And knowing that in me, you have and will have a governor who believes that our government should be of the people, by the people, and for the people. I'm gonna close up. But I was at church this Sunday, and I had people come up to me in church, and they were saying, "This is your time." And I just remember humbly looking back at them and saying, "This is our time."
Yeah. All right. All right.
That we have those who came before us. No matter what communities we come from or represent, from the eastern shore to the western mountains, from Hartford, Cecil, Allegheny, Barrett, from Baltimore and Baltimore County, and Arundel, Prince George's, Charles, St. Mary's, everywhere, all the beautiful 24 jurisdictions that this state represents. We had those who fought and who bled and who died for this moment.
All right.
We had those who fought and bled and died for a time when we knew that our destiny was literally sitting right in our hands. If we do everything that we need to do, if we bring this energy from the hall to the streets, if we bring this energy from the hall to our work sites, we bring this energy from the hall to our homes, we bring this energy from the hall to the ballot box.
All good trouble.
If we do that, and we take this moment personally, we take this moment personally with a core understanding that that door that we knock on come this fall, that might be the door that could turn the election.
All right.
That phone call we make, that phone call could help turn the election. That text message we send, that yard sign we plant, that could be the one to ensure that we can have a future, that those who came before us and fought on our behalf, that can be the one that could make the future that we're going to see now one that they can be proud of and they dreamt of.
All right.
And one that our children deserve. Now is our time to build, to grow, to succeed, and to make sure that we build a state that leaves no one behind.
All right.